Hi there! Thank you for joining me here at the LA County Department of Parks and Recreation, Pamela Park. My name is Dr. Lord Stevenson Esquire III to the 4th to the 5th to the 7th, but you could just call me Steve. Now in today's virtual programming, we're going to be making some slime. Now the items that we're going to need to make some slime, it's going to be some Elmer's glue. It has to be Elmer's, no other glue is going to work the way that you want it to. And we're also going to be using some borax. Borax, if you don't know what it is, it's laundry detergent. You can find it in the laundry aisle on any store. If you have these items, perfect. If not, as I said before, you can find them in the stores. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to have a cup and a bowl. Or, it could be 2 cups, 2 bowls, whatever, but I have 1 bowl, 1 cup. My first cup, I'm going to be filling it up with some hot water, right? Luckily I got some hot water right here. I'm going to fill it up right here. Make sure if it's too hot not to touch it, okay? Because you don't want to burn yourself. Alright, now I'm going to be putting just a tad of borax into this hot water. Now if you want to be precise, you could put about, let's say half a cup of water and maybe like 1 teaspoon of borax, but I usually just like to play it by the ear. So let me get some in here. I'm gonna do this over the sink just so it doesn't get too messy. Alright, so once again, you could be precise, but you don't have to be. Okay, I'm gonna dump this in here and I'm gonna give it a good stir. Now you want to make sure you stir it until you don't see any particles, you don't feel any particles. You want to make sure everything is dissolved in the hot water. And the reason we chose hot water is because when you stir in hot water, usually whatever you put inside of it, whether it's sugar, salt, it tends to dissolve easier and quicker. Now if you notice you added too much borax, it's okay. Just make sure before you add the borax into your glue that it's all settled down at the bottom. So I'm going to stir it up a little bit more, maybe stir it the other way just to change things up a bit. And I think that's okay. Alright, so now in my bowl, I'm going to be getting Elmer's glue. Once again, it has to be Elmer's, okay? It won't work with another type of glue. You'll probably just make a mess. I'm going to be pouring this here. Okay. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. The more glue you add, the more slime you'll have at the end. Okay. So now I'm going to be getting my solution that I have here. Once again, this is water, hot water and borax. And I'm going to be adding it little by little inside of here. Okay, maybe spreading it out. Maybe I'll add 2 teaspoons for the moment. Or actually, what is this? This is a teaspoon, yeah. Oh no, this is tablespoon. 2 tablespoons. And if you have a spoon, you can stir it up. Or if you're messy like me, actually, you know what? I'll get messy today just for you guys. You could stir it up. Make sure you mix it in there nice and good. See how the glue's getting more like slime right now? It's attaching to itself. I think I may have added too much borax, so I'm just gonna empty some out in this other bowl that I have. You wanna make sure not to put too much borax in there, but if you do, just empty it out a little bit. Okay. Make sure you get it up in there nice and good. And look at that. Already made some nice slime. So now, you could take any of the slime that you are able to out of the bowl and just mix it around in your hand. Now things are going to be messy at first, but the more you mix it around, the more it'll clump to itself. If you notice, this one is a little bit too liquidy, so I'm going to be adding more borax onto here. Put it over the bowl. Going to mix it around here. Yeah, look at that. Should be calling it slime instead of oh wait, I did call it slime. Never mind. Alright, now, unfortunately for me, I don't have any food coloring here. But if you do have food coloring, you are able to add it. So that way if you want like blue slime, red slime, yellow slime, you are able to get that. If you have glitter, you can add that in here and make some glitter slime. We have foam beads. You could also add foam beads to make some foam bead slime. I'm not sure what it's called. I know there's a name for it. But yeah, there we go. That's how you make slime at home. It's a bit messy, but hey, got some free slime out of it, right? Look at that. Nice. So now, of course, if yours doesn't turn out this way, you could always add more borax. You could add less borax. Maybe you could add more glue, less glue. It's all about trial and error. See what works, see what doesn't work, see what adding more borax does. Oh, let me see what happens if I add more borax, yeah? Put that on here, see what it does. Let me mix it around in my hands. It does seem to be sticking to itself more. Maybe clean my hands a little bit with slime. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell, but it is more dense right now that I added more borax. Maybe I'll add more, see what that does, yeah? Added more, put that right there for now. Ooh, and you see how it clumped together more? It's not as slimy as it was before. So if you wanted more slimy, you would add less borax. If you want it to be more firm, not as slimy, like it would stick to itself more. Like I noticed this one doesn't stick to me like it did before, right? This is more like the slime that they would sell at, stores. So in order to get it like this, what you would do is you would just keep adding borax. Now you do have to be careful because the more borax you add, the more stiff it's gonna get. And eventually, I believe you'll reach a point where you can't really go back. So please do be careful when you add borax. But let me see if I could clean my hands a little bit. If you remember in the beginning how my hands were so messy from this, but now they're a lot cleaner. I got some slime. It kind of reminds me of blubber a bit. If you know what blubber is, you can make that at home as well. That could be another episode for us. But yeah, and there we have it. All right, so thank you for joining us today. Once again, my name is Steve and I work for the LA County Department of Parks and Recreation. We are currently here at Pamela Park. We made some slime today with some household items, and you guys could try it out at home. And if you do, please feel free to share it with us and we'll post it up so others can see. And I hope you guys have a good one today, and we'll see you in the next video.